First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Nickel Roby brings him down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Stafford now to throw. Flush to his right. And Blount has it. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. He rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain. Because the offensive guys, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
So the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And Zerline's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Here we go. Four down. Check. Four down.
On first down, Stafford here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
We got three, fellas.
On first down, it's Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. He gets away from one. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Orange. Go, son! Hey, 20! Ric Flair! We go.
A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. Rolling to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So here come the Lions now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
It's brought in left side by Tate. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Blunt, and he stopped immediately there. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took...
Oh, that's for sure. And then you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
A dump off for Abdullah. And now running right through it. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and learning all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
All right, here we go. Stay 50, stay 50. Check.
They'll run it here with Blunt. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
All right, here we go.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try the air now with Stafford. That's complete right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back. Back to the 8-yard line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Lions are in for 6.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Extra point good by Prater, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Glover Quinn there on the stop.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, here's Goff. Right side complete. That's Woods. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On first down, Goff. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. 76. Tell him. 76. 76.
Now it draws. Goff gives to Gurley. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
To throw on second down is Goff. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Ram first down as Goff finds Kupp. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Buying time to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And Zerline's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting back.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Rams have got it back. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
76.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Another carry down for Gurley. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
He wasn't ready.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Play action. It's Goff. They'll roll him out right. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So out now come the Lions. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more quick than this step, because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
He's got Wilson, middle of the field. Touchdown, Detroit! Luke Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league,
he's got it at the 15. And he's going to be marked down deep in Detroit territory. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 66 yards. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Here's Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are in for 6. And his kick is right through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Detroit getting set to go now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Second and 10, Stafford again. Being chased out left. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
DC.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the gun, here's Goff. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. That'll be... Here's Johnny Hecker now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And Detroit getting set to go now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The final shot before the break. Stafford eluding the pressure. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Rams on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Gone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. When someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I think you're exactly right. It takes a fortitude to call that type of a play. But when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Here we go. Hurry!
Now a carry for Blount. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now it's Stafford. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this 3rd quarter. And they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Tiger, Tiger. 12, 12.
Throwing on third. Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Now a first down throw. Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And a solid run down inside the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Goff now looking to throw. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 5, but they're still left with a long 4th and goal.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
Another drive bogs down, but for the 4th time, they're able to escape with 3 points.
And this last one gives them the lead, so that's a good thing. And they've needed every one of these field goals, but it has to feel good to them to know that confidence is there. If we do bog down, they'll give us 3 points.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
the kicker.
Exactly.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and the Rams have got it back.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game, and you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them, but the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better, and now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Eluding the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. "35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And out will come the offense as they take over. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, Goff. Flush to his right. They shakes him off. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for him.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Rams on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Going up top for Kupp. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. A dump off for Abdullah. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And that is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
Super 66. Hey, lift.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Sometime in this 4th quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
Watch twist. Run. Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Hey, 76. Tell him. 76.
They'll stick to the ground game. Gurley fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Rams on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by, but that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so